Hello Scorpio, welcome back to my channel if you're a returning subscriber. If you're new, I hope you enjoy the reading. This will be a general life reading for you. Okay, so let's see what we've got for you. Please don't forget to like and share or like and subscribe, as that will help to move the videos around YouTube. Okay, so we've got Neptune. Neptune is the ruler of Pisces. And all of those unconscious things coming up as well, we'll discuss that. And your person's got second house. We've got Pluto, 10th house and 9th house. So Pluto is your planet, 10th house and 9th house. Bottom of the astrology deck is 12th house escape. So a lot of house influences coming up. 12th house, as I said, is 12th house. Neptune normally rules the 12th house and Pisces. So those energies are definitely coming in for you. Let's get some goddess guidance. Oh, lovely, Guinevere. It's true love. As I said, if your person is involved in the arts or creative field, that could be very well enhanced now with Jupiter in Pisces. We've got Una, easy does it. So big transformational cycles occurring. Pele, divine passion. So this could be external factors coming in to do with career for one or either of you or both of you. Or it could be other factors connected to the 10th house. We've got Ericura. Bottom of the goddess deck is Kali, endings and beginnings. Very powerful cards. So it looks like cycle change happening for you. Get a destiny card. Commitment, lovely. Okay. So just because you're having a cycle change, or endings and beginnings, doesn't necessarily mean the ending of whatever you're fearing. It can just be the cycle change of going from one state to another or from one situation to another. So like the end of a chapter and the beginning of a new one. You just have to take it as it resonates to your situation. Let's get a Moonology card. Fiery climax approaches, lovely. Bottom of the deck is balance, spirituality and practicality. So full moon in Pisces. So a lot of Piscean energy coming in for you. Okay, so let's see here. So we've got, for you, we've got Guinevere and we've got Neptune. So the qualities for you and for your person are, you may see qualities that I'm assigning to your person, you may be connecting to those or vice versa. So take it as it resonates. So Guinevere is everything to do with true love, obviously. So you are feeling this, you're in your feels. This is how you are feeling at the moment. Or it could also be that you are actually opening yourself up to this now. So it's possible that in the past, in whatever your situation may have been, that your romantic needs have not been met, and that you need to take steps to actually address that. So you need to take those steps, because whatever your intention is about, and whatever you're trying to put effort, whatever you're putting effort into, that is what you will manifest. So it's saying here, the romantic stirrings of in your heart have propelled the universe to deliver great love to you. So you have all the the indications of a lovely, true, wonderful, true love. Whether this is a new true love coming in, or somebody that has been around for a while, or you may already be married to them. This could be like a regeneration or a renewal. So just take it as it resonates for you. But true love is here, and just remember that if your romantic needs have not been met, then take steps to do that. And you can do this by creating a romantic environment or a romantic atmosphere. So set dates for you and your person. Get out the candles, whether you're having a date at home or you're going out. If you can go out, make it as romantic as you possibly can. Make your environment romantic. Fresh flowers, lovely home comforts, little luxuries, things like that. And you can do this for yourself. You don't have to be in a relationship to be enjoying the romantic vibe. You can do that for yourself. You can create a lovely romantic environment, buy fresh flowers for yourself, do small things for yourself, or little luxuries for yourself, which enhance that feeling of romance and love. Love for self is always first, and then love for another. We've got Neptune sacrifice here, so it's saying that with this coming in, this, as I said, there are lots of ways that this can manifest, but it seems to me that you are able to bring this connection through into your life. And this can be perceived as a very spiritual connection, actually, because of the Neptune aspect to it. So focus on that, enjoy that energy, and bring that in for yourself. As I said, it can be a very uplifting energy because you connect to the divine, and the divine is everywhere. The divine is in you. It's in everything and everyone. And so when you are connecting with somebody, you connect to the divine in them, regardless of appearances or anything else that may be occurring. You're connecting to the divine in them, because when you connect to the divine in them and they connect to the divine in you, then that is a stronger, more realistic kind of a bond, as opposed to just purely going on appearances or purely going on what they do for a living and things like that. These are all superficial. When you connect to the divine in a person, when you connect on a spiritual aspect, and this can be purely, private spiritual connection, then that is the ultimate the connection that you can have. So this is, I feel, coming in for you. The other side of this is that to also be aware that you are not falling prey to some kind of illusion or like a fantasy. So keep your feet on the ground. Do practical things to bring the romance into your life and to connect with your person. Do practical things that you both enjoy, and keep your feet on the ground, because sometimes with Neptune you can get a little bit swept away, carried away by things. Sometimes there can be a little bit of confusion that creeps in with this. So that's why I say keep your feet on the ground. Be clear, and love yourself first, and then you can love another. So fill up your cup first, and then you can love another. All of these aspects may be coming in. It could also be that, with the Neptune energy, that this person could be connected to you from some other lifetime, or you have a deep bond between you, and so this is why you're getting the true love, because there's something there that is stronger than you probably thought initially, or what you were possibly even hoping for. And it's also saying that with the sacrifice energy, sometimes what it means is that some aspect of your current life, or how you have lived your life up until this point, will fall away, will dissolve, to make room for the new things, or for the new romance, or for the new love in your life. So some aspect will fall away, and this could be like an ego death. So things that mattered to you before in previous relationships, or in your life beforehand, will have to be transformed into something now which is going to accommodate this new love energy coming in. And so there's a give and a take there, and and it's coming together in such a way that neither one of you are having to neither one of you are slipping into like being taken advantage of, or your needs are not heard. So there's no, this is the one aspect of Neptune. Sometimes you can have not clear boundaries about things, and you kind of get taken advantage of, so you become a little bit like a doormat. So all of these these aspects may have been present in you beforehand, because you weren't with the right people, or you weren't in the right situation, or whatever the situation may be. So there will be some aspects which need to be adapted in order to bring this new love, this love energy into your life. And there's some, as I said, give and take to accommodate the new person in your life, and likewise you're going to be in their life as well. Or if you have been together for some time, there may have been some issues which you've had to deal with. And this is a very compassionate energy. As I said, it's a very spiritual energy, but it can also, as I said, create illusions. So that's why I say keep your feet on the ground, be practical, enjoy the nuances of Neptune, but just don't allow a veil or a sort of a fantasy to overtake you like an enchantment. Keep yourself grounded and enjoy that flow, and open up to that energy. Your person has got second house here, and they've got Sarasvati as well. So second house is the house of income. So they may be concerned about that, or there may be some aspects of that which are coming in for them that are affecting the relationship externally. But it's also about their self-worth and their value systems, what they are valuing. So they could very well be looking at this relationship from a very different angle, or now be sort of understanding aspects of their self-worth or their value in your life, your value in their life. So it's all about value systems and what you value, what's around you, and like practical things, material things, but obviously anything that comes into your value system. So this is what they are dealing with. It can also be about their own talents and abilities, inherent talents and abilities and skills, and they may be working on those at this time. So with the Sarasvati, the arts card, that certainly seems to be the case. Express yourself through creative activity. So what it's saying is that either they're working on this currently at the moment, or they should be doing it in some way, because this is going to assist them. It may boost their income. It may be a new form of income for them. There's their particular skills and talents and abilities coming out to be used. This can be music, it can be art, it can be any creative activity. We are all born creative, but not all of us are artistic. We use our creativity in 100 different ways every day. So it's connecting to that, and that will help to to boost this aspect of their life, but also to ground their energy and keep them in the present moment. And you also connect to the divine through the arts. So whether they are taking part in the arts, or they're going to visit the arts with you, perhaps you can do these things together, or whether one or either of you is involved in that field in some form. But as I said, it can be obviously connected to self-worth as well. So possibly they are working on that. But I do feel that they may be feeling at this time, perhaps they are feeling a little bit of financial pressure, or they are wanting to create a good financial base for the two of you. So they may be working on that at this time, because they want the finer things. They want to enjoy the finer things in life, and this can also be enjoyment of creative and artistic things. And this is about visiting areas, like the arts, or the art galleries, or taking part in those activities. And this creates flow and abundance, and so on. So it could be that they are working on this at this time. But also all forms of ownership also come into the second house. So this can be anything that they own, but it can also be property related, real estate, land, anything like that. So they may be at this time working on, or perhaps purchasing property, whether it's real estate or actual land. They may be thinking about that at this time. So however it comes in for them, it's certainly a factor of this second house for them. As I said, we have got the commitment here. So I do feel that there is commitment here to the relationship, and perhaps to making it grounded as in real estate or property or moving in together or purchasing something. There's some aspect of ownership of land, of income, of their worth and their value systems all tied up in that. And I do feel it's to do with the commitment. They're making a commitment in some form with you. And so they're thinking about all of these things, or they're working on all of these aspects, or you could be working on them together to create this commitment. Now, at the moment, we have Una Izzy does it, and we have Pluto transformation. So this is the current situation. So Pluto transformation indicates big cycle changes. So this is to say, you may have been, both of you, independent for a long time, and now you're coming together, or maybe you have been through a phase in your life. If you've been together and you have a family, you've been through a long phase in your life, and that is now changing, and you're entering a new phase. This could be a number of things. You could be relocating, your children may have left home, or you may be having children. You know, there's lots of ways that this transformation can be manifesting. Pluto does rule the 8th house. So it can be to do with monetary things. It can be to do with the nuts and bolts of the relationship, how it's going to come together, the emotional and material resources. It can also be about, the merging of your own powers, your power and their power, how it's going to come together. It can also be that some aspects deep within either you or your person, or perhaps together, some things may be rising up to be dealt with at this time, because Pluto does deal with the underground. If you are purchasing property, or your person is purchasing property, they need to check the plumbing, and anything under the ground, like the foundations and so on. So that's a practical aspect of this. Anything underground, sewerage, piping, foundations, anything like that. Anything under the ground. But from a purely from an emotional and a sort of a spiritual aspect, it can be the rising up of abilities as well, whether this is psychic, connections, or whether it's just being really tuned in and seeing and experiencing deeply certain things. It can also be physical, as in sexuality. It can also be about understanding the deeper complexes that go on within a relationship. So it's coming to grips with all of that, and but something may come up to be dealt with. But it could also just be a massive transformation occurring, where one or either of you, or both of you, are going from one phase into another. And, there's things to be dealt with and things to be sorted out, old things to be released, old ideas, old ways of being. You may, as I said, have both been very independent, or have been living your life in a specific way, and that is now changing. Una Izzy does it. It's saying there is no need to hurry or force things to happen. Everything is occurring in perfect timing. So she's saying just go steadily along. This is a lot of nurturing and of your particular interests and what is most important to you in the relationship. It's nurturing that. It's working hand in hand with the person to bring about what it is that you're wanting to create. But to not rush or force things, just go one step at a time, have patience, and everything is occurring in perfect timing, and that is the ultimate message. It also may be that something that you're working on together within the relationship, it could be, as I said, something big that you're working on. It's saying that you may just be working on it. It may not be full on just at the moment. It may take a little bit of time before it becomes full on. So whether this is a relationship or some other project that you're working on, it's saying that it's going to gain momentum eventually, but you may have to just start small initially, or start on a smaller basis and then work your way forward from there. Here we've got for the sort of advice section, we've got 10th house and we've got Pele. So now it's saying here, divine passion, be honest with yourself. What is your heart's true desire? So the 10th house can be career things coming in for one or either of you. Perhaps this is affecting your relationship. Perhaps one of you wants to change something and go after the divine passion. But it could also be about being mature. With the 10th house, this can be about maturing, becoming authoritative, and coming into your own power. So one or either of you may be going through this, where you are becoming more authoritative, or more powerful within yourself. And this is because one or either of you, or both of you, are now tapping into this. So this is about releasing that passion that is under, that may have been suppressed or has not been released as yet. And this is about focusing on what is most important to you or your person or as you together. What is really the most important thing? What is really going to fire you up? What is going to get you out of bed in the morning? What is really going to be, your heart's desire in this situation? And it's saying that this needs to be focused on and needs to be worked on and brought into the relationship now. Whether it's personal satisfaction to do with career or whatever else is going on, or whether it's something else that you're working on in the relationship, you need to be honest. There are true desires here which perhaps have not been met. Now, for some of you that have been in this relationship for some time, it could be the need to bring more romance into your life, to actually tap into that, because your needs in that department have not been met previously. It could also be, as I said, with the Pluto transformation, this could be unheard or suppressed emotions or things coming up to be dealt with at this time. So all of these things may be coming up. There could be issues that you just need to air and talk about and discuss and move forward. It could even be your own passion, or a passion that you have and you like to put it to your person and say, how about let's do this, or it could be anything really, anything that is of great importance to you, something that will drive your passion and your enthusiasm. And then the 10th house is something official happening as well. So this could also be anything kind of official. So this is an authoritative institution like the government, or any kind of authoritative institution where something is, it could involve a public status change. So you could be going from single to married, or you could be going from employed to self-employed. So there's lots of ways that public status can change, but this involves some authoritative body, and it could be it quite often is government or related to that. So you could be applying for permits, or you could be now making something official. And it's got, as I said, it's about coming into power, authority, and maturity with this card. And any kind of authoritative institution comes in under this. So I do feel that there are opportunities to move forward, or to bring something together, either it's within the relationship or it's to make something happen which is important to both of you, and there's some authority or something powerful to be got from that. And there's public status changing. So whether you are starting a business together, or you are creating something like a foundation. 10th house is ruled is normally the house of Capricorn, and this is always about foundation building. This is about creating something long lasting. And so, if it's the actual relationship that you're creating now, you want to create something that is long lasting, something solid, getting your goals sorted out. What are your goals in this situation? And your divine passion, tapping into that, releasing that instead of suppressing it in favor of other things or other situations or other people, or whatever it is. It's about tapping into that and releasing it, but you need to create a strong foundation, something that is going to stand the test of time. So we have also got here, going with the 12th house energy, the Neptune energy. 12th house is always about, as I said, the unconscious. I did mention that with Jupiter going into Pisces as well. But the 12th house is about the unconscious. So things may be rising up to be dealt with at this time, but it can also be about, as I said, karmic inheritance or dealing with karmic things. Whether this is your particular karma or your person's karma or the karma that you have created together from a previous life. It could also be that this person has a strong karmic tie to you. So you may have been together in a past life. So things may come up with the 12th house, things that may come up for healing at this time as well. So you may have decided that in this lifetime you and your person are going to be working on that. But it can also be about, as I said, connecting to the cosmos, connecting to the divine, and bringing that in the form of healing, or some kind of spiritual concept may come in with the 12th house. It can also be about reaching for something reaching for almost like your dream life, you know, and connecting to that. And what are you reaching for? And connecting to the divine to bring that in, to actually manifest that for you. So it's like bringing something down from the ethers as well. But it can also have a religious aspect to it. It might have that sort of, you know, mysticism or spiritual life or something to do with that maybe coming in as well. But I do feel it's to do with connecting to this person. There's a strong bond with this person, connecting to them, and you know, manifesting things which you want to work on together, or that you've come into this lifetime together. So very strong spiritual bond, and dealing with things that may rise up to be sorted out between the two of you. Now, with the Kali endings and beginnings, the old must be released so that the new can enter. So this can be, the old can be things like old ideas or old ways of life or old ways of relating to somebody. It could also be where you are currently living, and maybe that is why your person is now wanting to move on in the real estate field, or purchasing land or something like that. So the endings and beginnings is all about that. It's about releasing something which is no longer serving you, or something that you've outgrown, and now going forward into a new beginning. And she's saying the old must be released so that the new can enter, and not to be afraid of that. You know, don't be afraid of this change. So hanging on to things sometimes can be a problem. You know, release and go with the change. That's a very important change, what is occurring here. This is eclipse energy, so I do feel that's going to come in, and one of the eclipses coming up. But she's saying don't fear this change, all right? Don't be scared. It's very important that you go through this change. Let go of the fears, because on the other side of that is something lovely for you. This is just the transition that is occurring. So going from one state to another, ending one cycle, beginning of a new cycle. But she's the ultimate get things done goddess. So she can help you to move through this transformational phase, and that will, you know, assist you. And very powerful goddess. So we have got here full moon in Pisces, balance, spirituality and practicality. So as I said, I did feel that this is going to come up as well, where you know, you may be feeling a little bit carried away or swept away by this love energy and with the Neptunian vibes, and it's important that you keep yourself grounded. So tap into that beautiful compassionate and healing side of the Piscean energy. Tap into that, and that deep spiritual connection, but keep the practicality in mind as well. So it's a bit of a balance, and enjoy that unfolding, as it were. Let go of sort of self-defeating kind of behavior. Let go of that, and enjoy the moment. You know, enjoy the feeling of this connection. And the full moon, as I said, is always a culmination or a result, or a something coming to a head. So it's like, you know, we've got commitment here. So I do feel that there's something big is coming together for you now, and you may just be feeling a little bit overwhelmed or swept away. But just keep your feet on the ground in a practical way, but enjoy the moment. And in some cases, full moon can also be about gratitude. So you may be really feeling in that way. In some cases, it can also be forgiveness. So take it as it resonates for your situation. But let go of self-defeating or self-sabotaging behavior. Release that. And that also may have come in with this 12th house, because sometimes things can be lurking in the unconscious, and those need to be released in order to move into this new phase. So it's the ending of old behaviors and the beginning of a new circumstances. We've also got a fiery climax approaches, full moon in Aries. So another full moon coming in, another full moon energy, something coming up, something is rising up to be dealt with, or a result or a culmination, as I said. But it's saying that's going to be quite a lot, either a lot of energy or a lot of emotion, or it could be a lot of action coming in for you. But a fiery climax is on its way. So something is going to come out, or something is going to culminate, come to a head, or will occur, whatever it may be, whether it's within the relationship emotionally, or whether it's something that you're trying to do together, and now here it is, it's come for you. Or it could produce a result for you that you now can work with and move forward on. So, but something fiery. Just keep your head about you, as I said. Don't let your temper flare if you feel that, a little bit overwhelmed. Keep yourself under control, be honest, be clear, and use this fiery energy, this full moon energy, to move forward. But some sort of culmination coming in. It could even be a brilliant idea, or some sort of result from something that you've been working on. Now you have the result coming in for you. Finally, for the potential or the outcome, we've got Erikura blossoming, and we've got 9th house. So you are just getting started, so have patience with yourself in the process and do not give up. So exactly that. It's a slowly opening. So don't I think you're going to be learning the patience, and certainly with the fiery climax in full moon in Aries, try to keep that impatience under control if there is any there, and just be aware that you are only just starting on your journey now. Whatever the new cycle it is that you're starting. 9th house can be a number of different things. Have faith in yourself, have faith in the relationship, have faith in this unfolding. As I said, this is expansion. 9th house is connected to Sagittarius and to Jupiter. 9th house is expansion in all things. It's also about intuition. It's also about seeing the bigger picture, expansion. It can be international travel or long distance travel in some cases. In other things, it can be just going or starting on a new adventure. And certainly if you're coming together in this relationship, it's going to be an adventure, and this is the journey. This is the journey that you're starting on now. And so enjoy the journey. It's the journey that's the most important thing, not the destination. So this is some sort of journey coming up for you, some sort of expansion, it could be, a very expansive situation, something that you're going into, which is going to help you grow. And, keep your eyes open and enjoy this expansion that is coming in for you, the gaining of wisdom. And, have faith that this journey is right for you, and that it's unfolding exactly as it should. And just enjoy the journey. As I said, having faith in yourself and your relationship will do wonders for you. If you enjoyed that, please take care. Have a wonderful month. Please don't forget to like and share, or like and subscribe, and I will see you next time.